Definition again, Yuck.
Oh, that's it said Thor, right?
Yeah, Thor.
Fourth.
Thor. Okay, I got something good to say on that.
Yeah, kind of. This
Cameron?
is the Hebrew word nabawa, which in the Hebrew, which it means prophet. But the definition, the first definition said a Babylonian deity who presided over learning and letters, corresponding to the Greek Hermes, the Latin Mercury, and the Egyptian Thoth.
Right. And what you had to say?
I have to say something about Thor. Now, I was watching. If any brothers out there watch that show, The Flash, you had the character Hawkman. Hawkman, he was on the show, and the basic thing they was going through the Hawkman and Hawkgirl's histories, and their history go back to ancient Egypt. And Hawkman's name in ancient Egypt was what?
Thoth.
Thor.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was an episode Justice League.
Yeah,
That
that was,
was,
yep.
it was.
Oh yeah, that was when they. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it right there.
That was when they
That's it.
supposed to awaken him or some shit like
Yep,
that.
yep.
Yeah.
So you see-
They worshipped them as gods.
They worship him as God.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause they said that. Yeah, they said they worship him as God. Now supposed to be Hawk Girl, wife or some shit like that.
Yep. So you
Remember
see,
that shit.
all these gods come from fucking Egypt, man.
And go and prior to that to
Yep,
Babylon.
Yeah, kind.
But,
Right to the Babylon.
but you know they like to give the praise, that main praise to that pyramid.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
goes back to Egypt.
Yep,
That's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say they all like the lesson the brothers are going into. They all are the same damn demons, the same idols with different fucking tongues. That's all.
Different tongues. That's
They
all.
named by different
One
tongues.
guy calls him Thoth, one guy calls him Nebo, one guy calls him Hermes, one guy calls him Mercurius. They all the same damn demon.
So the same damn demon.
They probably paint him looking a little bit different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Add a little difference, I guess.
Read that verse 11 now. So now we understand why one was called Jupiter, the other one was called Mercurius. Now let's read verse 11.
Okay. Back in Acts
We almost
14,
out of here. We'll be done soon. Lord will.
Back in Acts 14 and 11.
We'll be verse 11 now. So now you understand why they called them that. So now you understand the concept of both so-called gods.
Right.
Now why did they say they came to them in the likeness of men? Go ahead.
Now it says, and the people saw that Paul, and it's like, and when the people saw what Paul had done,
Go ahead.
they lifted up their voices, saying, in the speech of the Laconia,
Yep.
the gods are come down to us in the likeness of men.
Now, check this out. This is a Wikipedia, right? This is a man named Ovid, which you put this out in a lesson before. Ovid, Publius Ovidius Naso. He's from March 20th, 43 BC to AD 1718. Known as Ovid in the English-speaking world, was a Roman poet who lived during the reign of Augustus. He was a contemporary of Virgil and Horace. He is best known for the Metamorphoses, a 15-book continuous mythological narrative written in the meter of epic, and for collections of love poetry and elegiac couplets, especially the amours and ars mortuoria, which means love affairs and art of love. Right? So the bishop I want to get to there, and that Metamorphosis was his magnum opus. But you know, magnum opus means great work. Okay, so you understand Ovid was a Roman poet, right? Now this is the Metamorphosis on Wikipedia. It says the Metamorphosis, which means books of transformations, is a Latin narrative poem by the Roman poet Ovid, considered his magnum opus, his great work, comprising 15 books and over 250 myths. His magnum and over 250 myths. The poem chronicles the history of the world from its creation to the deification of Julius Caesar within a loose mythical historical framework. So the book is his magnum opus. He basically lived through like the 1st century AD, that's when he died. And his magnum opus, known as Metamorphosis, Book of Transformations, comprised of 15 books with over 250 myths. And it chronicled so-called the history of the world from creation to Julius Caesar, to the deification of Julius Caesar. Now here's one of the myths from the Metamorphosis. It says Baucis and Philemon. In Ovid's moralizing fable, which stands on the periphery of Greek mythology and Roman mythology, Baucis and Philemon were an old married couple in the region of Tyana, which Ovid places in Phrygia, and the only ones in their town to welcome disguised gods Zeus and Hermes, in Roman mythology Jupiter and Mercury respectively. thus embodying the pious exercise of hospitality, the ritualized guest friendship termed xenia or theoxenia when a god was involved. So in Ovid, who's a Roman poet, his magnum opus known as Metamorphosis comprised of 250 myths. And one of those myths was a myth of Baucis and Philemon that was an old married couple that Zeus and Hermes, or Jupiter and Mercurius, or Barnabas and Paul came and visited. So when Barnabas and Paul came, he said, wait, this guy's big, got a big strong build like Zeus, and this guy's smaller than him, but he's a chief speaker. Wait a minute, yo, that's that myth in that Metamorphosis book, Baucis and Philemon.
That's what they was reading.
That's what they was reading back then.
Israelites was reading back then.
Yeah.
So when they saw it,
they said that must be it.
Yep. That's right.
And I got this real quick. When I read this real quick, this is a website. It says Larry. It basically goes. It's like it's a introduction going into Ovid's Metamorphosis. Now I'm just gonna jump right to the point. It says if Virgil is Rome's greatest poet, I still have your quote. If Virgil is Rome's greatest poet, Ovid is the most popular, even in his own time. He died AD 1718. He was born, say, 43 BC. So so that time period, he was real popular. And it says, Ovidian graffiti has been found on the walls of Pompeii. They even found graffiti of him in Pompeii, on the walls and stuff. So he had been real popular back then, which shows you the priests of Jupiter had to have, worshiping the Zeus, they had to have been reading his books during that time. And they had to have read that myth. Hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, looking at them, oh shoot, man, this them. But really knowing, you got something to say?
Nah.
Okay. I'm gonna read a story a little bit. It says, story, Jupiter and Mercury came disguised as ordinary peasants and began asking the people of the town for a place to sleep at night. That night, they'd been rejected by all. I believe they knocked on like 1,000 doors when you get more in depth with it. It says, they've been rejected by all. So wicked were the people of that land when at last they came to Baucis and Philemon's.
It's like, if I could, it says Jupiter and Mercury came down as ordinary peasants.
Yeah.
Now, a peasant is basically a poor person.
Yeah.
Now, if you watch that movie Immortal, Zeus came down as a poor old man, you know, to teach Theseus, you know, the art of war.
See that?
So, you know.
And in Marvel Comics, you got the top so-called powerful guy named TOAA, which means the one over all. He's supposed to be like God or something. And in one of the Spider-Man comic books, he came down like as a regular homeless guy sitting on the street. You know what I'm saying?
Check that out.
They've been rejected by all. So wicked were the people of that land. When at last, Yahweh Shah said he thought not robbery to make himself equal to the Most High, but he get that. Philippians 2:8, he thought not robbery to make himself equal to the Most High, but he took on like the normal fashion of a man. In fact, I got my Bible right here. Whoever get it first can bring it out. If I get it, I might just read it. Okay.
Page is stuck together. I got it. No, it's
Philippians, I said Philemon?
Nah.
I meant Philippians. Bear with us 1 second. All these books are small, so you
Page
know.
is stuck
I
together.
got it right here.
You got it?
Yep, Philippians 2:7. Let's start from verse 6. Who being in the form of the Most High, thought it not robbery to be equal with the Most High, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. That's the point I really wanted to get to. Okay, and being bound in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. This is talking about Yahweh Shah. So Yahweh Shah came down like a man. That's where they get all this stuff from.
Exactly.
You know?
The Most High got a big lawsuit against him.
Yeah, Most High got a lawsuit against. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically stole his word and changed it.
You know, Ovid probably said, "Oh shoot." He was around back then, so he probably said, "Oh shoot, that guy right there."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They talk a lot about him, put that in the story. Could have did that.
Yeah.
You know, though the couple were poor, I said when they've been rejected by all, so wicked were the people of that land. When at last they came to Baucis and Philemon's simple rustic cottage. Though the couple were poor, their generosity far surpassed that of their rich neighbors, among whom the gods found doors bolted and no word of kindness.